Hi, I'm April, and this is the first of our YouTube series on preparedness. And we are Prepared Us. That is our neighborhood theme in our YouTube. And the first video that we're starting with is a commodity that we cannot live without, but it's something that we don't usually think about because it is right at our fingertips. But a human can only survive 3 days without water. So we are going to talk about some water storage ideas and how much and what we need for our family. Okay, so what does 1 week worth of water look like? We need about 64 ounces at 8 cups a day is half a gallon of water, which I probably drink more than that worth of liquids, but we're just gonna go off of that. So half a gallon a day means that we need 3.5 gallons. Sorry. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we need this for 1 week. This is 5 gallons. So we're just saying this is 1 week worth of water, okay? But we're not including sanitation, cooking noodles in, anything like that. Like after a week, I'm sure we wanna wash our hair. So we're gonna get 2 of these for 1 person. And then we're gonna get this under our bed. So this is just from Smith's, Kroger brand, 32 bottles. They're about 16 ounces a piece. So that would mean there's about 4 gallons of water in this. So put this under your bed. This will be what we go to, right? If we have a disaster, we're gonna go to something that's comfortable for us, something that is easy. We're not gonna crank into this day one. We wanna start on those. That might take a day or two to drink those. And then we want to be able to have access to this. And then we can always have this extra one as through the whole process, washing hands, other things. So this is what it looks like. Probably a little bit more accurate, 2 weeks worth of water for 1 person. These are like $7 a piece. So buy 2 of those, that's like $2. Then I would recommend getting one of these. Many people are familiar with the Life Straw. This just device, you take this little cap off and stick this end in the water and just go, and you just suck water out. So I don't really want my face really close to some nasty water. So I actually really like this. This is actually with the LDS missionaries. They are now requiring that they take a bottle similar to this one. This is a Seychelles bottle. When they go on their missions, that tells you something, right? There's been disasters and more to come. So what you do, and we have a lot of water, we have a high water table. So literally, if it was a long-term thing, you could dig a hole in your backyard, scoop this out of the water, scoop some water, you put this in, here's your filter, you put this in and literally just drink it like a normal water bottle. So I love this idea. I have a friend and her husband, when he goes fishing, he actually takes this and drinks the lake water. And it has been totally fine so far, drinking that. So this is what I got them online for $25. For 1 person in your family, I feel very comfortable saying this is our 1 to 2 weeks worth of water supply and something that you can feel at peace with. Again, we know these 55-gallon drums are awesome, but they're kind of just a pain. So if you have them, fill them. Otherwise, let's get these. These are stackable. Let's get these, 1 per family, and let's get a thing of bottled water to put under our beds or in a safe place that we don't just drink them, so that we'll actually have them. And let's get some sort of Life Straw or water bottle. And I think we could feel great if our water lines get cut, or heaven forbid, our water gets contaminated. We all have heard that on the news, right? Areas that have their water contaminated. And we'll say, hey, we got this. We have our clean water sources we can work with, so. Okay, these, I bought them 4 years ago. They say $325.16. Bought them, I actually had them deliver them, but I think you can get them at Walmart. The tops are soft, so very fragile. I might put a piece of duct tape over that. But I think those are good to go still. They're clean. They've been 4.5. Okay, so these bottled were 4.5 years ago, the same as the ones I bought. These are 5-gallon stackable ones with a handle. The water looks gorgeous. I bottled them at the Centerville, that water source up at that white LDS church. I don't know. One of them is pure spring water and one of them is treated. I actually did the treated one because I figured if we were using it for long term. So anyways, the water looks great. And this is after 4.5 years. So these bottles seem to do a really good job longish term. So I don't think I would want to go more than 5 years, especially if we're gonna have to drink any of this, but sanitation, awesome, awesome. In fact, it makes me say I'm not in love with the 1-gallon water sources. So you can try it if you want to. Oh, well, this is 12-12. But eventually what happens is they just sort of get a hole somewhere and then leak out. The whole thing's empty and I've never opened it. Oh, look, it's right there. There's some right there. So anyways, I would not advise getting these containers. I feel like just plain old water bottles actually are made of a better material. So this just deteriorates, leaks out, and then you have no water in a wet puddle. Okay, so I did just find this. So to redeem the Mount Olympus water name, it is full and it is 12-2. Best by 12-14. So good job, Little Mountain Olympus. Maybe if it's in a safe place and doesn't get banged or dinged in any way, then it preserves better. So mine may have just gotten a little abuse and that's why they were empty. So potential that is a good option also for you. Okay, water storage. Many of you have these 55-gallon buckets. I know we're going to talk about the 5-gallon ones because those are easier to store and easier to clean out and refill. But real fast, I'm going to ask you, does anybody have buckets that look like this, that are empty? So I'm moving mine actually from my basement where I could not access them very well, and we're moving them into our barn. They are about 400 pounds when they're full. And when I filled mine up, almost 6, probably 6 actually, I did not put any chlorine in. I did rinse out my containers with bleach. I put water and I put bleach in these and I just rolled them around really well. Probably didn't have as much grass out here as I do right now. But then I just filled them up and put the lids on. I didn't add any chlorine to them. And 6 years later, we dumped them out and they looked beautiful. There were 2 of them, although, that the lids kind of came off. One of the lids had cracked somehow open and then kind of got tilted. And we did have some mice that got in our basement storage room and I think they peed in it. But oddly enough, it looked gross when you looked in there, but when we dumped it out, it looked like beautiful water. So I'm just saying that you can't mess it up. So just fill up your water containers. The white ones, the sunshine can actually come through them. That's why blue is the common one. And bacteria and mold and different things can grow. These block that sunshine. If you are storing them outside, you could cover them with a tarp and help with that sunlight. So. Okay, we're rinsing these out and dumping them. And we are actually washing the lids and the lips of these. There's a few remnants of sand in there, but you have to admit that looks much better. These white ones, of course, we probably will not use for drinking water. Okay, I'm just using normal Clorox. I know there's tons of controversy, but this is all we had. So we need 2 tablespoons for 55 gallons. So, oops, I'm gonna use my quarter cup and then just use half of it. So I knew I'd spill everywhere if I tried to do tablespoons. So I'm just gonna add add them in. 2 tablespoons. And remember, when you get your water out of one of these jugs, or even out of your 5-gallon jugs, is you need to oxygenate it, like move it back and forth between cups, because it's been pretty much dead in this barrel instead of going along a cute stream. So oxygenating it will make it so much tastier and also easier to use on your body. All right, so thanks for watching the video. And the question is, where do you think you are with water preparedness? And where do you want to be?